My name's Jake, and I'm a fire captain in Northern California. Recently, I needed to upgrade my old watch, and I went with the Garmin Fenix 6X with the Sapphire lens. I don't want to take all the time of going over all the features of the watch because it does way more than I'll probably ever do, but I do want to go over a few of the things that I really enjoy and why I like this watch so much. I started training for a marathon a few months back, and come to find out, like, heart rate's really important. So heart rate was a must, and this watch tracks your heart rate as well as your current pace. It'll do your split pace, it'll do your average pace. There's a lot of different features that it does, but what I set up on the screen is your heart rate, your current pace, and then your total distance, and then your total time. Those things are all like pretty important with, you know, if you're gonna go train or do something for 3 or 4 hours, you need to be able to look down at your time of when you need to eat. You need to make sure that your heart rate's like in certain zones, depending on where you are in your training regimen. You know, cadence, it's always good to look down because maybe you're trying to keep a certain cadence within a specific heart rate zone or a certain pace. Also do a lot of my tracking, like mountain biking and running pushes to, I use Strava a lot, and so do a lot of my friends, and it's just, you can set it up, it'll automatically go to Strava or Map My Run or whatever app that you're using. It's Bluetooth to your phone, you can control your answer calls from it if you got earbuds in, switch songs on a playlist. You can load music from your Spotify app. Really makes running more convenient to not have to hassle with all those different things.
One thing I was thinking about was pulse ox is really cool, because a lot of watches don't have that. But the biggest is it tracks your sleep, as far as like how many hours you slept, how much REM sleep, and then your deep sleep. And you can kind of base your workouts like that. Like maybe you had a super intense workout plan, but you woke up not feeling good, and you kind of looked at your watch and it's like, yeah, I slept like crap. It might not be a good day to push, you know, versus the other way around where you're like, man, how did my sleep go? And you can look at the watch and be like, man, I'm fully rested, and it's accurate. It's pretty wild.
I spent a lot of time up in the mountains, really interested in backpacking as well as hunting. I think this year I went out of state 4 different times, traveling across different time zones. And it was over, you know, from September all the way into November. And what's big that changes real quick often is, you know, sunrise and sunset. So when you're trying to plan, you know, your trek into a certain area or a campsite, and this thing's like right on point with sunrise and sunset. It's on my home screen. You can look down right now and it tells you when sunset's gonna be, so you're like, man, gives you a good idea when it's gonna get dark and of where you need to be and how long it's gonna take you to, you know, get back or get to wherever you're going. So it can track you. You can turn on the track log on, so maybe you're going to some unforeseen territory and you can just kind of see on the map of where you're headed to maybe get back to your waypoint of where your car or your truck is located. So really beneficial in that as well. And then also it's just fun. You can track your elevation and see how many miles you went and how far you climbed. In firefighting, the watch is great. Sometimes you pull up on an incident in the middle of the night in an area that you've never been and you're gonna dive off into the hill. Always grab that compass, spin it around and make sure to get my bearings where north is. Use it training hikes a lot. You can judge about how fast you can hike up a hill and you'll know the elevation, and you can kind of time it that way of how long it's going to take you to get to the top of a mountain. Yeah, so overall, it's been a great watch. I've had it for 3 or 4 months now and just starting to scratch the surface. It's helped me a ton with the marathon training. It would benefit anybody, any hardcore triathlete, swimming, running, biking. I've probably charged it 3 times since I've had it. I think it says it goes like 30 days at a time, obviously depending on how much you use it. You can set it up to alert you for specific workouts of whatever you're training for. Like maybe today is gonna be just a base workout, low heart rate, or maybe it says you need some more anaerobic loading and you need to improve your VO2 max. Like it's just phenomenal what it can do. So I think anybody that's into training or fitness could benefit from this watch. as well as just anybody that wants the functionality of using it as like a control center of how it links up to your phone, and all the different navigation features, expedition mode from hiking to hunting to sports. I mean, it's crazy wild everything it can do.